So the Atlas passive trees in Path of Exile Echoes of the Atlas, I feel like this is the most exciting thing about this expansion. I think it's really cool that they've done something like this, let's be honest. And they're gonna be different in each zone. Ah man, I should have just opened every single one individually. Let's just do that this way. We can have bigger images. You might think the favor stuff is a joke, but for hideout creators, the favor stuff is like probably the biggest life-changing thing that they've had so far. So, Haywork Hamlet. So we got some Beyond stuff here. So rare monsters in the area spawn additional Beyond monsters were slain. 5 additional Beyond portals when slain. Unique bosses. Damn. I feel like it could be like exponential. Damn, dude. It's like exponential beyonding. That's crazy. Because you kill a Beyond boss and then spawns 5 portals. Wowee. And then you got the same Beyond thing here. Well, like the continuation of the Beyond that says rare Beyond demons in the area have a 35% chance to drop additional basic currency items. It's like you'll be able to stack this with Nemesis currency for even more juice. Oh wee. Then you got this this wing here, this T, which is June. So Immortal Syndicate members in the area have are 200% more likely to offer bargain items. Bargain for items. Okay. Immortal Syndicate members in the area drop 2 additional items when bargained with 4 items. What does that mean? You're gonna give them items? What? Am I stupid? Like to offer bargain with items. They drop 2 more items each time you bargain them for items. Oh, I see what you mean. They're on Villa. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. It's just the bargain thing got me confused. Yeah, so like when they're just gonna give you more veiled items essentially, which is kind of cool, I guess, for the league if you want to get all your crafts and stuff. Pretty good. And then June mission grant 100% increased favor, and areas have a 10% chance to grant a June mission on completion. Completing maps grants 10 intelligence for a random Immortal Syndicate safe house. I feel like that one, I don't think anyone really wants that one, right? Nobody wants that one. And then you got Amplified. This is the Essence wing. Or tree. Amplified is huge. Essences found in the area are a tier higher. That's pretty big. Honestly. Yeah, it's any map. So you just complete a map and it grants intelligence. Yeah, maybe for safe house farming stuff, yeah. Looks like T1 map farming meta. Hopefully not, dude. Then you got Controlled Corruption. This is the one that you can't see behind here. I could move it a little bit. Controlled Corruption. Corrupting imprisoned monsters in the area cannot release them. Areas contain additional essence. That's also huge. Because it's like 1 less outcome to brick your essence. That's also pretty big for essences, honestly. Whoa, dude. Holy shit. Yo, this harvest one, though. Harvest plots in the area have a 100% increased chance to grow a tier 4 plant. 100% chance. So it's like a 100% chance to grow a tier 4 plant. That's crazy. Areas have a 5% extra chance to contain a sacred grove. That's pretty good, I guess. 5% is okay. I assume these small ones might be like extra chance to contain Sacred Groves as well. You think Intelligence Gathering is OP? I don't really do much June, so I suppose for Trade League, if you're going for like flasks and stuff, if you want to do like, or like Breachstones. Plants harvested in the area give the rarest of 2 crafting options. That's really big. %, equals from 1% to 2%. I suppose, yeah, because we don't know the base percentage, right? It's not 100% more. So I wonder if that even applies to this skill tree, the more increased. Yeah, from 0.01 to 0.02. Yo, it's still 100%. That's a big number, dude. A huge number. Be excited. Stop complaining. But the rarest of 2 options is insane. So it'll be like having I wonder if that's like if it stacks with the and I wonder like we don't get those anymore, right? The flowers. We don't get those anymore, I suppose. I wonder if they still drop. I don't think so. Maybe they still do because they only affected when you harvested, so maybe they still do exist. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. So yeah, that was a work Hamlet. The Beyond one looks really strong, and so does the Harvest one. Also, honestly, like the Essence one is really big too, but people generally don't really care much about the Essences. But it's pretty OP for Essences. That's like the strongest thing we've seen so far. And the June stuff, also 10% chance to grant the June mission, and you know, potentially getting random intelligence every time you complete a map. So it'll just like progress your intelligence much faster. Then we got Turn's End, which has Abyss, Invasion, Delirium, and Einhar, Bestiary. So we'll start with Abyss. So in Abyss, like additional currency will be dropped from the hordes. I wonder if Abyss is going to be on the map device, because Abyss is actually really good early league. Abyss is good currency early league. You generally never lose money doing Abyss at the start of a league. Especially considering that usually it's like 2 chaos. The Abyss mod on Zana. Areas have a 1% chance to contain an Abyss for 2% increased pack size. That's pretty big. What do you have, like 25 pack size usually on like a okay map? So it'll be like, you know, 12% increased chance. Pretty good. And then Abysses in the area have a 100% increased chance to lead to an Abyssal Depth. That's also huge. And Abyssal Depths in the area have a 100% increased chance to contain a Lich. I mean, these are really good. I think Abyss will be worth farming in turns for sure. These are actually unironically really good. We got next. Lightless Legion. Abyssal Depths in the area have +3 to monster level. You'll be able to get like very high level you know, jewels. There's 100% more magic monsters, 100% more rares, and 50% increased pack size. Honestly, I feel like these are really good. I think early league farming Abyss might be really worth it. If it's on the map device, that is. Because if Abyss is on the map device... and you use this, like you're gonna make your 2 chaos back 100% of the time. No questions. I don't think this will give you a higher level belt, because the belts are not in the area, right? Like when you enter an Abyssal Depth, you're not in the area anymore. So I don't think it's gonna scale up your belt eye level. I mean, usually it's 2 chaos per abyss on the map device, but we are not sure yet if it's there or not, so we're not 100% sure about that. Let me move my cam real quick. Alright, then we got invasion bosses. Invasion bosses in the area drop 1 additional valuable item. Areas contain additional invasion bosses. Okay, so it's just like a guaranteed invasion boss and an additional valuable item. So this is guaranteed. That's also pretty good for early. I don't think you would do this later on, but since you can just respec these, you put an invasion boss and an additional valuable item, maybe you can get some good uniques just by like farming maps. You can sort of see already the trend that like the league mechanics that nobody ever farmed or gave a shit about, they've made them like deterministic and very strong. So I think they're just trying to balance out the league mechanics. Trying to make like the, you know, for example, like here, Essence and here Invasion. These are pretty OP. Yeah, it's either going to be something valuable or 1 alch unique, but you know, eventually maybe the RNG evens out. Target farming after 8 years, yeah. Okay, now we got the Delirium, the juice. Delirium in areas increase 50% faster with distance from the mirror. So that means you get a lot more splinters, but it gets harder, right? Yeah, you get a lot more splinters. And it's gonna be a lot harder as well. 300 stacks every map, if we're talking about like juiced up tropical islands. But tropical islands is not in Turn's End. At least so far as we know. I suppose there'll be a good map there though, but 50% faster with distance from the mirror? That's a lot. That's really, really good. You have any insight if they're going to let us combine 2 Maw upgraded influence with the Awakener's Orb? Maven. Yes, they said you can. They said you can. That you're going to be able to transfer them with Awakener's Orbs just normally. So long as they're not in the same mod pool, you should be okay. From that which you seek, areas have 10% additional chance to contain a mirror of Delirium. That's pretty good. Imagine if Explodey gets good T0. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. And then we got the Singular Eternity. Delirium Fog in the area dissipates 25% slower. That's pretty good. Delirium Fog in the area lasts 10 additional seconds before dissipating. So honestly, this will be like maybe for early, but it's not something that you'll actually want once you're Giga Blasting. So you'll be able to put those points somewhere else. Like, imagine if you're farming Turn's End and you're like, you get 10 skill points, right? So you put it into this. And then you put it into this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you could put it into Einhar, I suppose. Or like the last 2. Because I think you'd want to have the invasion boss. Because invasion boss adds so many monsters. So there's just like guaranteed additional invasion boss. And obviously only a 10% chance for Delirium because I don't think it's going to be on the map device, but it's still big. But anyways, now we got the Einhar section. We got big game. Red Beast in the area have a 15% chance to appear in pairs. And Yellow Beast in the area have a 30% chance to be replaced with a Red Beast. That's pretty big. That's honestly pretty big. Then we got the Great Migration. Einhar missions will have 5% chance to replace all monsters with beasts. What? So your entire map is beasts? Einhar missions in the area have a 5% chance to replace all monsters with beasts. What? Don't you have like 2,000 monsters in a map? Like if it's juiced? What? No way, dude. What is this? There's no way. It literally says all monsters. Replace all monsters. The Great Migration. What the fuck? It's not one-to-one swap. The number of beast spawn doesn't depend on the number of mobs removed. It spawns with a fixed range. Oh, okay. So did someone say that specifically? It's not a one-to-one swap. Okay. So you won't have like 2,000 beasts, which makes a lot of sense, honestly. That would be just outrageous. Bex said that. Thank you for clarifying. Imagine if it were a one-to-one swap. 2,000 beasts in one map or some shit. That would be really hectic though. I don't think that would be a fun map. Imagine how many voice lines you get from Einhar. The whole time he's just like, away! Here you go, little beast, away! Holy shit. Only overstackers could complete it? Alright, dude. I have insider knowledge. And someone has told me that overstackers don't exist next league. My dad works at Windows. Alright, so that's Turn's End. That looks really good. The Turn's End actually looks pretty juicy. I guess my camera's good here, so you guys can see everything right. I'm sorry about like the text being a bit scuffed, but I'll read them out anyways, so. Orbots are already too OP. Stop complaining. Orbots are amazing even without the overstacker stuff. So in Lex Proxima we have Breach, Sulphite, Harvest, more Harvest, and Possessed Foes. No, the Ascendancy stuff is coming tomorrow. So in Lex Proxima we got Within the Grasp. Breach bosses defeated in the area have a 5% chance to drop a Breach Stone. Breach bosses are very, very rare. But still, that's pretty high chance, considering you can run like hundreds and hundreds of maps, so. Breach stones dropped by breach bosses in the area have a 9% chance to be charged, 3% chance to be enriched, 1% chance to be pure. Okay. Gambling. That's really strong, but it'll even out over a lot of maps, but that's pretty good. Breaches in the area have a 100% increased chance to contain a boss. Oh, okay, well that works with this. Breach bosses in an area drop double breach splinters, and breach bosses defeated in an area have a 5% chance to drop a breach stone. So these stack as well. So that's a 10% chance to drop a breach stone, which is a lot, by the way. And then they have 9% chance to be charged on top of that. That's alright. I don't really particularly like breach that much, but I think that's pretty strong if you're farming breach. But like if, I mean, you wouldn't be doing delirium here, but you could be, you know. It's pretty strong. Creatures in the area have 30% increased area of effect and 30% increased density, and also grant 50% experience. Now this one's pretty good. This one's pretty good, honestly. Nice. Then we got some harvest stuff, so we'll read the harvest branches. Harvest monsters in the area grant 200% increased experience, and plants in the area have a 50% chance to spawn additional monster. So will that additional monsters have a chance to spawn an additional craft? Or will it just be entirely just XP farm stuff? I think it'll be XP farm stuff, but yeah, just more juice, I suppose. Yeah. Then you got bumper crop. Harvests in the areas have double bonuses to item quantity and rarity. The sacred grove in the area contains an additional harvest. So this would have been good if we had like HH farming, but we don't have that. So yeah. Because I really don't think there's gonna be Nemesis, so you know how it is. Double bonuses to item quantity and rarity is insane. It's actually insane. The Harvest Grove in the area has a 100% chance to contain the Heart of the Grove. So that's the boss fight. Harvests in the area have a 10% chance for the unchosen crops not to wilt. So there's a 10% chance to get basically 2 beds instead of 1, because you're gonna be choosing 1 bed and the other one dies. They're gonna be pairs of 2s, so just a bunch of pairs of 2s. We don't know how many of them, but it'll be a 10% chance that you'll be able to select both beds, which is pretty good. 10% chance for double the crafts is not bad. You gotta remember that like these are just bonuses. This is just for free. So all of these things are just nice bonuses, and you have 10 skill points, so you'll be able to choose a lot, which is pretty good. And then you got the possessed foes, which 20 rare monsters in the area are possessed, and their minions are touched. The only way I would see this to be good is if you're farming with the sextant. Like if it's very early league, I feel like this could be actually very profitable if you use the sextant to farm scarabs
the fish.
before you can farm 100% delirium. Because think about it, early league, like breach scarabs, they're expensive. Legion scarabs are expensive, and sulphite scarabs are very expensive. So yeah, thanks for the follow, Naps. So yeah, that'll be really good. And they drop a lot of shit too, yeah. So essentially you'll be able to farm. I know the sextant is kind of rare, but you know, you'll still drop a lot of scarabs with this. And you could use, you could buy torment scarabs on top of that, you know, and maybe the prophecy on top of that. Think about it. That might be a strategy for starting out your league. You do these maps with the prophecy, possessed foes, with sentence, scenes, or however you pronounce it, with a torment scarab, and your map's gonna be crazy. It's gonna have like 40 possessed foes, and they're all gonna drop scarabs. So that's pretty good. That might be pretty good, honestly. I'm not gonna debate you into it because it might be shit, but it might be something you want to test. But yo, here we got the sulphite stuff. So we got rich veins. Voltaxic sulphite chest in the area. I have a 10% chance to contain double sulphite. It might not seem like much, but for a delver, you know, we pick up so many of these piles, thousands and thousands per league. So 10% chance for double sulphite, 1 in 10. There's 3 per map. So every 3 maps, 1 chest will at least have 100% increased sulphite, which is crazy, which is a lot. Veins and chests. It's just like the little pile, you know. It's 10% more sulphite on average. Yeah, it's huge. So it's really good. And they contain 20% increased sulphite on top of that, which is, you know, it's like this is a 30% more multiplier for your sulphite, which is crazy. Well, veins are piles. What are chests? You know, sometimes there's a chest and there's a pile, right? Yeah. And that's really good for Sulphite boys. So for Sulphite boys are never going to leave Lex Proxima. The increased one will stack additively. I'm not exactly sure how that will work, I'll be honest with you. But either way, it's just like free and it's amazing. And then this one, Sulphite Infusion, is basically just going to be like you run maps and you get free Sulphite. So it's not much. You're going to have to run like 130 maps to fill up 60,000 Sulphite. Because red tier maps grant additional 500 Sulphite on completion. But if you're just mapping, you know, like 500 adds up. 130 maps, that's like a lot of maps, honestly. But that's kind of free, so. Scare prices are finally going to be reasonable? I don't think so. It's a lot of free Sulphite if you're just blasting maps. It is, that's true, yeah. Like, if you're technically blasting a Lex Proxima, every day you could have a free tank, which is pretty good, right? But this is also gonna motivate people to kill bosses more often if they're picking up Sulphite, so. I still don't think it'll be the most efficient way since Delvers usually have a lot of currency to spend on Scarabs and they don't really care. They care more about efficiency. I don't think they're gonna kill bosses to get 500 additional Sulphite. If you think about it, there's about like 3.7k Sulphite from one pile with a gilded Scarab on a juiced map, so like 120 quant with like Awakener 8. And then you're gonna have 20% on top of that at least. So I don't think 500 is gonna make that much of a big deal. But for SSF it'll be good, yeah, it's true. And we got Packed with Energy. 30% increased damage for each Voltaxic Sulphite vein or chest found in the area. So there's 3 chests. You're gonna have 105% increased damage in these maps, and this increased movement speed for each Voltaxic Sulphite vein found in the area. This is a lot for Sulphite picking up. This is actually kind of crazy. It's 45% increased movement speed. I wonder if like if you pick one up, if the movement speed goes away, but I don't know. But anyways, the Sulphite one is actually crazy for Delvers. This is crazy. Rich Veins is insane. You're not gonna pick up Sulphite anywhere but Lex Proxima for this entire league. There's no way. It's just so good. After you click on it, increase movement speed for your type found. I don't think so. No. I don't think so. No. I don't think that's the case, Morbus, because I don't think you have to find them for them to be found in the area, because it's Nico that finds them, not you. Like I think found in the area is just another way to say present in the area. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong, obviously. Just because I think it's Nico that finds the chest, so. But we'll see. We shall see. Yo, and then we got Lex Ejoris. Yo, Kadiro. Let's read it from like directionally. So Prospero's Promise, sorry. Air contains additional Piranhas chest, 20% chance to contain Kadiro Piranhas. Hell yeah. My boy. I hate him. Kadiro Piranhas offers the rarest of 5 chosen items. Pog? Kadiro Piranhas offers 20% more less Piranhas coins. So instead of 3 scourings, he's gonna give me 3 alchemy orbs? Oh boy. It's too good to be true. That is very good. That's so sick, yeah. Then we got Finest Sample. This is the Metamorph stuff. Is there any more Piranha stuff? No, there isn't. The Metamorph. Air contains... No, wait, fuck. I'm reading the wrong thing. We got Finest Sample. Metamorphs in the area deal 50% more damage. Metamorphs in the area have 100% more life. Jesus. 50% chance for rewards from Metamorphs in the area to be doubled. Holy shit. Yo, this is like such a good reward, but such a big risk. 100% more life and 50% more damage. Like, Metamorphs are the things that are probably the scariest in maps. Even for like juiced up builds. Monka S. Monka S. That's good though. That's, I mean, a 50% chance for things to be doubled. That means that every map, because of Escaped Experiment, every map is going to be a 100% chance to get double rewards. Because you have an additional rogue metamorph. So every map, it's guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed, but you know what I mean, right? To get double rewards. Metamorph is going to be juicy as fuck. If your build can handle this, dude. If your build can handle this, I think this is going to be the most profit early league. Because not many people are going to be able to kill this. And you're going to get double the rewards. This is actually wild. If you're farming this area with scarabs, it's actually crazy. Metamorph has already been insane profit in the past. Yeah. What's up, Alcar? Yeah, it's gonna be really good. What do you think the small passives will add? I think they add chance. I think the small passives are just like adding a chance to spawn the metamorphs or something like that. Alright, we go into the delirium juice. So the first one is pathological. Maps found in the area have a 10% chance to have layers of delirium. What does that mean? What's a layer? Oh, it's like a free deli orb. Oh. Damn. So does that mean there's a 10% chance for your map to be like delirium, that you don't have to, like, with no mirror, it's just delirious? That's pretty good. That's really, really good. 10% is a lot. 1 in 10 maps. That's crazy. Yeah, that's true. And you could have even more. Maybe you could have 120% delirium. Wow. Okay, then we got delirium encounters in the air are 100% more likely to spawn unique bosses. Which, by the way, if you're doing 100% delirium, there's already a 100% chance to spawn the unique boss. So I don't know. But this is 100% more likely. If it's more likely, what does that mean? Does that mean for sure? Or does that mean 0.01%? Let's just say it's more, because they have the more and increased thing here as well. But anyways, I don't think he will get 4. There's no way. There's 2 times the normal chance. Yeah. The delirium bosses. So essentially, if you're going for like 50% delirium, let's say, which is not a thing, like 60% delirium, which is usually like a 50% chance to spawn the boss, it's gonna be 100% chance. Delirium bosses in the area drop 100% increased splinters. Jesus. That's crazy. I don't know, not 600 splinters per map. Because usually you drop like around 140 in a 100% delirious map. 140, 150. But it's bosses anyways. But you know, bosses drop like 30 splinters or something. Maybe 24 or something like that. So they'll drop like, yeah, like 60 or maybe even more per map. Delirium bosses in their area have a 100% increased chance to drop a unique cluster jewel. That's also really good. But this is going to be like normalized by Trade League. So yeah. That means that they're just going to be kind of cheap. Delirium encounters in the area have a 15% chance to generate 3 additional reward types. What? That's insane. So that means that on top of your 5 rewards, you're gonna have a 15% chance to get 3 additional ones? Yeah, could you get 5 to 8? Holy shit. No, I'm a misunderstanding? Okay, explain please. You get 6 from 100. Right, because the additional one at the base one. 5 from orb and 1 is the base. Will you get 3 extra ones on top of that? We have 9. There's no way, right? There's no way. Yeah, I actually don't know if it's an encounter or not. Yeah, the Delirium stuff seems to be insane. But yo, relax. It's time for Alva. So, incursions in the area contain a Val Flesh Merchant. That's new. What's a Val Flesh Merchant? Maybe it'll sell you vials? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Did you hear about incursion? I think that's still pretty cool. That's like a new merchant that we've never had. And his art looks really cool as well. And then the last two, we got time. And again, Alva missions in the area grant 100% increased favor. And areas have a 10% additional chance to grant Alva missions on completion. Pretty good. And then we got timeless dilation. Incursion architects in the area drop 1 additional rare incursion item. Damn. That's pretty good. You'll be able to get like more yeah, the 10% node is huge indeed. So you'll be able to get like, for example, like the Coward's Legacy and the helmet as well. I forget what it's called. Time gained from killing is doubled for incursions in the area. That's whatever. But yeah, I guess it'll be helpful like very early on. Now Quinn69 can finish it. True, dude. Alright, we got Glenach, Cairns. Areas have a 10% chance to contain a Legion encounter. That's pretty okay. I wonder if that's like... If you already have like a not a sextant. Or maybe, yeah, if you have like a sextant or a scarab, will that mean that you have a 10% chance to contain an additional one? That would be good. What's up, goddess? Yeah, this one was already known. We already saw this one. In face-to-face, Legion encounters in the area are 100% more likely to include generals. By the way, this one's insane. Legions with generals in the area have both generals. Legion's general in the area will drop 100% more timeless splinters. Farming incursion is going to be so insane in these areas because they're going to drop so many splinters. And the splinters are not cheap. Or maybe they'll become cheap. We'll see. And then we got the Quinn node, of course. Legion encounters in the area have a 50% increased duration. Legion monsters in the area take 50% increased damage while in stasis. So if your build sucks, this will be good. That plus Legion Scarab is insane, yeah. And we got some, what is this? Cultural advancement. Incursion monsters in the area are at least magic. That's pretty good for Delirium as well, but you won't be farming Delirium in this zone. Killing non-resident architects in the area has a 50% chance to add an additional upgrade tier to surviving architect's room. Which is really, really good as well. So you'll be able to like fast track your upgrading, like upgrading rooms and stuff. Then we got contested development. Killing resident architects in the area adds their upgrade tier to the surviving architect's room, which is also insane. Because honestly, like Alva is so pog. Like getting like Alva progression for like double corruptions and this sort of stuff. It's like it's a lot of fun. It's like good end game stuff, but it's been so tedious farming Alva and trying to get your double corruptions that I think it really needed some more sort of like target farming or a boost to how you get your stuff. And then we got some strongbox stuff, so that's really good as well. We'll be able to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you'll be able to take like all the Alva and then the beyond, but so that's pretty good. You have some strong boxes. Area contains extra strong box. Strong boxes have a 10% chance to be openable a second time. That's pretty cool. Strong boxes in the area are corrupted. And they're all at least rare, which is really nice because if you get like, you know, like strongbox sextant and that sort of stuff, you don't want to like, you don't want to go there and like out them and stuff. Yeah, it's a free sextant, which is kind of nice. So we got Sling. Enemies close together in an area has a 3% chance to attract monsters from beyond. That's really, really good. Like 3% chance over a map is insane because there's a lot of monsters. That's a lot of chance. Yep. So that's like, you know, like they usually have like 16% chance already if you roll beyond on the map, plus the 3% chance, which is pretty good. I think it's like between 12 to 16% on the map roll itself. Power pool beyond demons require 1 fewer portal to summon in an area, which I think they require 3 portals. Is it 3 or 5 portals? So this right here is like, this is such a huge multiplier to beyonds. It's 4. Okay, it's 4 portals. So that's 1/4 less portal needed. So that's 1/4. Like that's great. This is insane, yeah. And also because portals in the area have a 100% increased merging radius, which also means that like sometimes you get those like left away, like here and there. And with this, I think there'll barely be any portals left. Vacuum farm back on the menu. Yeah, this zone is crazy. This zone is insane. Glenach Cairns is insane. Also, it has really good maps in this zone. As long as they didn't shuffle it too much. There'll be a 44% max beyond. 44% chance to spawn a beyond monster. That sounds ridiculous. Yep, that sounds kind of nuts. Okay, we got new Vastir. And we got more Sulphite stuff, so let's take a look. Mad Devotion, completing a Nico mission in the area grants 100% increased favor. And then there's 10% chance to encounter Nico, which is nice. Sulphite veins and chests in the area are guarded by a Sulphite hoarding monster. That's also new, so it's like a loot goblin, but it's a Sulphite goblin. When are we getting double Sulphite goblins? Looking forward to that. Out of the blue, sulphite veins and chests in the area have a 5% chance to also contain equal amount of sulphite. An equal amount of sulphite veins and chests in the area? What does that even mean? Oh, of Azurite. Oh man, okay, I'm stupid, yeah. Well, who cares? Azurite sucks. You'll get too much of it later on anyways. I guess it's good for if you need like some resonators or whatever. Anime. War supplies. Each legion in the area contains an additional warhorde. Cool. Legions in the area contain 3 additional surgeons. Legion surgeons in the area always have rewards. Okay. I don't like this Legion one so far. Timeless splinters dropped by a Legion monster in the area have a 1% chance drop. Each monster in the area have a 1% chance to drop timeless emblems instead of splinters. That's kind of crazy. Because, I don't think it's 1% per splinter. It might be 1% per mob that drops splinters. I think that would make more sense. Otherwise, it's 100% more splinters, yeah. Because, yeah. I mean, that's kind of crazy either way. But I think it might be 100%, like a 1% chance to drop per monster that drops splinters, not per splinter dropped. I'm not sure. Like, I know, I read it, but it seems really OP for me. It seems really OP. But I guess maybe it's just really OP. Right, for an emblem, yeah. On mob death, yeah. I think that would make more sense. Yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah, you'll get 1 emblem for 100 splinters on average, it seems. Anyways, emblematic seems really good. We got some rogue exile stuff, so we got total anarchy. Area contains an additional rogue exile for every 2 additional content types applied to the area. Okay. That's okay, I guess. While rogue exiles have a 50% chance to have rewards. I don't know. It's alright, I guess. Doesn't seem too great or anything like that. We got Abyssal Army. Abyss monsters in the area grant 50% increased experience. Cool. Abysses spawn 100% more monsters. That's pretty good. They do spawn a lot of monsters, so that's pretty nice. And then we got the last one here. There's Abyssal Troves in the area have a 10% chance to drop a rare item with an Abyssal socket. Oh shit. That's pretty good. 10% chance. That's pretty big. Plus 32 level of Abyssal Troves in the area. And Abyssal Troves in the area have 200% increased quantity. That's pretty big. I honestly feel like Abyss might be like really strong. Yeah, because Abyssal Troves also usually drop a lot of currency, so... Honestly, that's pretty huge. Like if we have Abyss on the map device and you guys are not farming Abyss in Trade League early in these zones, I think I can't speak with you ever again, alright? Because that's just... This is so much juice. You have to exploit. You have to exploit this. It seems too good. Between this and this, Abyss might be insane. If it's 2 Chaos and it's on a map device, my goodness. Abyss is gonna be crazy early league. I think it's gonna be absolutely insane. I just want to make nice items. No, I think it just means... Well, actually, I'm not sure. A rare item with an abyssal socket. Maybe it just means it hollow fossils something. So it'll become a affix on the belt itself. But I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be like one of the items that have an abyssal socket. So like Tomb Fists or Torrent's Reclamation or Stygian Vice. Yeah, it's either that. It's either one of these items or an item that has a hollow fossil used on it. It'll be like, I think, kind of just a shitty item. And then you won't be able to... Not Torrent's Reclamation, you know what I mean, right? Darkness Enthroned is what I mean. But yeah. Okay, Valdo's Rest. Blight bosses in the area drop an additional anointed jewelry item. Whoa. That's cool. So you'll have anointed bases. I mean, that's whatever, I suppose. Blight encounters in the area contain up to 2 additional Blight bosses. That's kind of scary very early. Blight bosses are crazy. And you got 10% additional chance to contain a Blight encounter. That's quite a lot. 10% chance. 1 in 10 maps. Blight encounter. Guaranteed. Not guaranteed, but you know how RNG works. So Mass Mycelium. Blight encounters in the area are more likely to contain multiple lanes. Lanes of Blight encounters in the area have a 50% chance for an additional reward chest. That's a lot. A lot of juice. We got Immortal Syndicate stuff. Defeat Immortal Syndicate's members in the area grant 3 intelligence for the current encounter safe house if not interrogated. So even if you just don't interrogate it, you get intelligence, which is pretty good, I guess. You progress your board. Repeated experiment. I suppose this is Metamorph stuff. Yeah. You can assemble an additional Metamorph in the area after the first is dead. So that's 100% more Metamorph. Wow. So you use the Scarab, you get 100% more Metamorphs. That's crazy. Yeah, 3 intel is whatever. But if you're spamming Junes, that's a lot. Alright, I missed this one. Immortal Syndicate members in the area... Immortal Syndicate members executed in the area have a 100% chance to get an additional rank. That is pretty huge, yeah. That is pretty huge. Yeah, I suppose you use all the organs to spawn it, but usually you have enough organs to have like 2 full Metamorphs, right? At least. Would be weaker, yeah. But if you're using like the Scarabs, I think you have enough to get like 2 full juiced Metamorphs. Then you got Intrinsic Darkness. Areas have a 10% chance to contain a Metamorph encounter. And higher yield. Metamorph bosses which drop an itemized sample. Drop an additional itemized sample. Metamorph fat meters in the area acquire at least 50% less power to fill. Yeah, so you see, like with the high yield, and you get that with the repeated experiment, you'll have 100% every time. Then we got some Harbinger stuff. I never learned Betrayal. I've never been too much of a fan of Betrayal. So Ominous Arrival. Area contains an additional Harbinger, and Up to 1 Harbinger in your area is joined by reinforcements. So it's just like more juicy Harbingers. That's pretty cool. Just like free juicy Harbingers. Still no eyes. Yeah, that was Valdo's rest. Seems really good. The main thing think is really nice is like the Blight stuff is really nice. Repeated experiment with high yield. And then that's pretty much it. But this seems like a good zone for Blights if you want to do Blight stuff. I think the Blight stuff is good because there's no Blight on the map device, I don't think. But we'll have to wait to see about that one. And then we got the last zone. It's Lyra Arthane. Epidemiology. Blight chests in the area have 100% more chance to contain blighted maps. Whoa. Yo, that's pretty good. That's actually really, really good. Now it'll be like a 2% chance instead of a 1% chance. Okay. There's actually like quite a lot of blighted map drops since Blight League. Blight League had like 0 map drops. Maps found in the area have a 10% chance to contain an additional Blight encounter. Nice. Is there more? And then we have Blight encounters in the area spawn 100% more non-unique monsters. And Blight monsters in the area spawn 100% faster. Yo, it's what we've been asking for since day 1. That's pretty cool. Blight maps in the area are already anointed. That's alright. But generally you want to, you know, like... You want to anoint your own, but yeah. You can re-anoint for free, yeah. Well, for the oils. You can only anoint blighted maps. You can only anoint blighted maps. We got Secret Stash. Areas have a 10% chance to contain it. Oh my god. A smuggler's cache. Blueprints that drop in the air have a 10% chance to be fully revealed. Smuggler's caches have a 100% increased chance to drop a blueprint. Unpog. Pogant. I didn't like heist, so yep, there it is. We got some breach stuff. So probing for weakness. Areas have a 10% chance to contain breaches. Then we have breaches in the area spawn 10 additional rare monsters. Breaches in the area open 100%, open and close 100% faster. Ooh. Funny how like I'm really excited about that one because 100% faster opening of breaches is like, it's what I've always wanted from breaches. I wish there was a node that said you can open multiple breaches at the same time. Imagine if you could open like 3 breaches at the same time and just go like between them, you know? You just Pepega zoom. Does that mean they go further? No. There's another breach one which says that they go further. Specifically here. Was it this one? Yeah, breaches in the area have 30% increased area of effect. So that's different to this. It's just the speed of it opening or closing. It's pretty good anyways. The same enemies in a breach, but you finish a lot faster, yeah. And then we got some, the final things are Einhar stuff. Where's this one? Beasts in the area are more likely to be less common varieties, which is super pog. That'll mean that you get more like imprint beasts, suffix to prefix stuff. More likely doesn't mean anything though. So more likely could be like any kind of multiplier, but since it's more, I mean it's a multiplier, so yeah. Then we got Mighty Hunter. Einhar has 100% increased cooldown recovery rate in the areas. Einhar deals 1000% more damage to unique monsters in the area. Okay. Yo, are we gonna have Einhar support builds? Einhar remains in the area after his mission is complete. Dude, he's actually just gonna support us. Einhar support. The Mighty Hunter. I think that's gonna be funny to see because he's like 100% increased cooldown recovery rate means that he's gonna spam his skills. He's gonna do 1000% more damage. Orobots can now do maps. Yeah, you can give auras to Einhar. Then you got Animal Companion. Einhar missions in the area grant 100% increased favor. It'd be funny to see if people are actually gonna do like, you make an Orobot and then you spam Einhar scarabs while your carry is offline. And then you just make Einhar do everything. Like your carry's offline, you're like, well fuck, I guess I'll just do some Einhar missions. It's pretty funny. Then we go Animal Companion. Einhar missions in the area grant 100% increased favor, and there's a 10% chance to grant an additional Einhar. That's really cool, dude. I think these trees are like the most exciting thing we've seen about the league so far. Obviously, we'll take a look at the ascendancies when they come out in depth. But so far, I'm most excited about this zone here, Glenach Cairns, because obviously beyond. The Legion's really good, and the Alva is amazing. So there'll be a choice. I think early league, it'll probably be Legion plus Alva, and then later on, when you go into Beyond mapping, you go into Beyond there. Another really nice zone will obviously be if this one here with the Grove stuff. So additional tier 4 seeds, really pog. Let's Haywork Hamlet. That's really, really nice. And then maybe some Beyond stuff too, because like you'll spawn a lot of Beyonds in your harvest and things like that. Or early league, you would go for June or Essences. I think very, very early league, the Abyss stuff is going to be very strong. And Delirium is very cool as well, because you're going to be able to farm that. And you can stack you can go like Delirium with Einhar, Delirium with Invasion bosses. You can even go for Delirium with Abyssal Hordes and things like that. So that's really nice. Turn's End is really good. But like now that I look at them, they're all really good for a specific purpose. And you're going to be able to have all of these. So you can be like one day you farm one thing, the next you farm something else. It's like it adds a lot of variety, even though you can't pick and choose. Like you can't really move the zones, but it's still really good. But you're going to have all of these, which is crazy. Then you'll have the Sulphite and Lex Proxima. You might be able to farm like scarabs, more harvest stuff, breach stuff. The good zone for Sulphite and harvest. And then this zone here, we don't know what the Val Merchant is, but we'll have to find out. Metamorph is also really strong, and Delirium, of course. And yeah, that's about it. I think those are the zones that I'm most excited about. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really good, really, really good. Mapping this league is gonna be a lot of fun, and I think that's why I'm going SSF, because it seems like you can get everything done in SSF, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. Fog.